An important factor in many websites is the ability to contact the company of the website, and PLUJO provides a contact form as a means of doing this. These forms can be customized depending on the information you wish to gather. In this particular case, we're simply requesting first name, last name, email address, and a comment for the contact, and then the user, of course, would simply click on the send button, of which they'll then receive a thank you message, which you can also customize as well. PLUJO manages contact submissions through the Contact Manager, which is located in the Content tab. And in the Contact Manager, you're first introduced to all of the contact submissions that you've received. If you recall, I had created one for Tom Hills, and this is my contact submission here. To look at the content of that submission, you would click on the Edit icon here. And you can then see the information that was provided. So the date of the submission, first name and last name, the email address, and the comment they provided. You can of course delete any of these submissions if you wish to, simply by clicking on the X. PLUJO also allows you to have this submission sent to an email address as well. In this case, it's under the Settings tab in the Email Settings module. In here you have a list of different email addresses that can be used for various contact forms and other items within PLUJO to be sent to. We've actually covered this in another video, so I won't go too much into it now. But under the module Email Settings, you have the ability for the contact form to choose who you'd like that contact email to be submitted to as well. In this case, I've chosen email account 2, which is this email account here, email account 2, which is going to my email address. So if we jump over to my email, we've received a copy of that submission here as well. And if we click on that, we can see that it has the same information as you saw in the contact module. Now you may have a situation where you want your users to be able to send a contact submission to more than one recipient. And PLUJO allows you to do that under the Recipients tab in the Contact Manager. And here you can see that I have 2 recipients. Currently I have both of their statuses set to inactive, so let me activate both of them so we can see them on the site. And now that they're both active, if we go back to the website and if I refresh the page, you can see now we have a recipients drop-down box which allows you to choose between either of these 2 recipients to send your contact submission to. You can order these if you wish. If we jump back to PLUJO again, you can see that we also have a priority column which allows us to then order these recipients as to how their order will appear on the site. If you'd like to create a new recipient, you simply click on the New Recipient tab. And you'll need to provide a name, an email address. You can set the priority of that recipient here now, as well as their active. And custom form refers to whether this recipient should appear on a custom form or not. In some cases you may have custom forms other than the contact form, and you may wish to use this recipient on that form. In the Settings tab, you can also determine who the administrative email will be sent to. As I had shown you before, I had sent this to email account number 2, but we could easily select and choose another email account now if we wanted to. And on the actual contact form itself, there was a message at the top asking people to fill out their information, which you see here. As well as the thank you text message, which you can see here as well as edit. You also have the ability to export your contact submissions, either using a CSV or an Excel file. If you do have any custom forms on your site, they would need to be programmatically created, of course, and any of their submissions would then appear here in this tab. Just like you saw with submissions to the contact form, you'll have a list of all of these submissions that are here, of which you'll be able to edit any of those by clicking on the edit icon to see the content of that submission, as well as deleting them. In summary, the Contact Manager allows you to manage Contact Us submissions by viewing them within the manager, as well as determining which recipient should receive the submission. In addition, an administrative email can be set to be notified when a user has submitted a contact request. And finally, custom forms can also be created, of which the submission are also handled by the Contact Manager.